Well, hey there, it's John here at the Hands-On Discovery Center, and welcome to Aviation Science, brought to you by the Hands-On Discovery Center in partnership with the Tri-Cities Airport. You guys have sent in a whole bunch of questions related to aviation, and we're going to answer those questions using science. So let's not waste any time, let's roll that first question.
If a plane is made out of metal, how does it fly?
That is an excellent question, and one that's actually pretty easy to demonstrate, even right at home. Humans have been able to fly for hundreds of years using several different techniques, and you're probably familiar with a few of them, including this one right here. A balloon. We can use hot air balloons that heat up air inside of a vessel or the balloon itself. That hot air actually makes the balloon lighter than air, and it floats. It's buoyant in air. Other type of aircraft, you've probably seen helicopters before. They use propeller blades that force air down. When they start spinning really quickly, this downward draft creates an upward force on the helicopter that lifts them up. But planes are a little bit different. Planes use a special property called lift that actually lifts them up into the air. But that's not the only force that acts on a plane. Here I have a very simple model of an airplane. It's paper. This paper airplane can actually demonstrate several of these forces acting on a real metal airplane that's very, very heavy. Of course, the airplane has to move forward. We call this force acceleration, and that's caused by either the motors or the propellers that push the airplane forward. But because there's a forward force, it is coupled with a backward force, what we call drag. And you've probably experienced drag if you've ever put your hand out of a moving car. Of course, if your hand is flat like this, it's just going to glide through the air nice and easily. But put your hand upright, it's going to be encountering a lot more air molecules and gets pushed back. That's drag. A third force we're all very familiar with because we experience it every day. It's called gravity, and it pulls the plane downward. And this is the force that we really want to overcome in order to lift our plane off of the ground. The wing of a plane actually is not flat. It's curved at the top and a little bit more flat at the bottom. This is a bit exaggerated as a model, but you get the idea. As air is flowing over the wing, it's forced to travel a longer distance than the air traveling under the wing. Because air is traveling faster over the wing, it's going to create a lower pressure area on top of the wing. And the wing is going to want to lift upward into that lower pressure zone, creating this pressure gradient that lifts the plane upward. You can also demonstrate this lift property using a flat piece of paper. When you blow across the top of the paper, suddenly the paper actually lifts upward and flaps, fighting gravity, lifts upward, again, because of that lower pressure area. One more time. Science. You can also demonstrate lift using a hairdryer and a ping pong ball or some other light object. When you turn on the hairdryer, similar to when you blow out with your breath, it creates this jet of air moving fast in kind of an invisible stream. Because it's faster moving, it's lower pressure. When you place the ping pong ball on top of it, obviously gravity is just going to hold it in place. But when you turn the hairdryer on, it lifts the ball up slightly, but keeps it in place. Because this fast-moving jet from the hairdryer is kind of a column of lower pressure, the air around it acts like a barrier that keeps the ball floating in place. In fact, you can even tilt the hairdryer and the ball will stay within this column of fast-moving air. Pretty cool. And it's gone. But wait, there's more. We can actually upscale this experiment using some fun tools that we have here at the Hands-On. Over here, I actually have a Bernoulli blower, or a high-pressure lift blower that we've created using a leaf blower that has a paint roller attached to it, and at the end of it, I've attached this toilet paper roll. Similar to when we blew our air across the piece of paper, this is of course going to create a stream of very fast-moving air over over this very, very long piece of paper, hopefully lifting the end of the toilet paper up, and I wonder what that looks like. We've made a mess here in the studio, but thank you so much for those questions, and we will be right back to answer another one of your questions. Yeah!